Hello, and welcome back to The English Habit, the place where you learn English slowly, clearly, and with stories that make sense. Today's topic is something we all do every single day: cooking dinner. Maybe you cook after work, maybe you cook for your family, or maybe you just want to save money and eat healthier. In this lesson, you'll learn how to describe your evening cooking routine, step by step, from choosing what to make, washing ingredients, chopping vegetables, to heating the pan and serving your meal. So, take a deep breath. Step into your kitchen, and let's cook dinner together. In English. Let's begin. Choosing what to cook. Before you even touch a knife or turn on the stove, there's one important moment in every evening: deciding what to cook. You step into your kitchen, drop your bag on the counter, and take a slow breath. Your stomach growls softly, reminding you that it's time to make dinner. You open the fridge and look inside, scanning the shelves. You move aside a carton of milk, pick up a few tomatoes, and check a container of leftover vegetables. You notice a pack of chicken, still fresh. You think to yourself, what can I make with this? Next, you open the pantry. You pull out a bag of rice, shake a box of pasta, and reach for a jar of sauce. You compare your options and imagine different meals in your mind. Rice with chicken? Pasta with vegetables? A quick stir-fry? You tap your fingers on the counter while you consider your choices. Maybe you want something simple tonight. Maybe you want something warm and comforting. Or maybe you want to try a new recipe you saw online. You grab your phone and scroll through a few pictures for inspiration. A bright bowl of chicken stir-fry catches your eye. Colorful vegetables, easy steps, fast to make. You smile and say, "Perfect, I'll make this." Now that you've chosen your dish, you pull out the ingredients one by one and place them on the counter. The tomatoes, the garlic, the chicken, the soy sauce. Everything you need. With your plan ready and your ingredients waiting, you feel a small spark of excitement. Dinner is about to begin, and your kitchen is ready for action. Washing and preparing ingredients. Now that you know what you're going to cook, it's time to prepare your ingredients. You roll up your sleeves and walk over to the sink. You turn on the tap, and cool water flows out gently. You pick up the vegetables and rinse them under the water. You rub the tomatoes with your fingers, shake off the extra water, and place them on a cutting board. Next, you grab the garlic, peel off the papery skin, and set the cloves aside. You also wash the bell peppers, cut off the tops, and pull out the seeds inside. Now it's time for the chicken. You open the package carefully and place the meat on a separate board. You pat it dry with a paper towel and check that everything looks clean and fresh. Then you take a knife and slice the chicken into small pieces. Slow, steady, and careful. You move back to the vegetables. You chop the tomatoes, dice the peppers, and mince the garlic. Each sound, tap, chop, scrape, fills the kitchen with a gentle rhythm. You sweep the pieces into small bowls and line them up neatly on the counter. Finally, you measure out the soy sauce, pour a little oil into a small cup, and double-check that everything is ready. Your ingredients are washed, cut, organized, and waiting. The colors, red, green, yellow, white, make your counter look like a painter's palette. You smile to yourself. Your kitchen is calm, your ingredients are ready, and the real cooking is about to begin. Heating the pan. Now that everything is washed and prepared, it's time to start cooking. You walk over to the stove and place your favorite pan on the burner. It's a little scratched, a little old, but it always does the job perfectly. You turn the knob and the flame flicks on with a soft whoosh. You hold your hand above the pan just a few inches away to feel the heat slowly rise. The pan starts to warm up, and your kitchen begins to feel alive. Next, you reach for the bottle of oil. You twist off the cap and pour a small circle of oil into the center of the pan. The oil spreads out, slides, and shimmers as it heats. You tilt the pan gently so the oil coats the surface, making it smooth and ready for cooking. You listen closely. Soon you hear a tiny sizzling sound, soft, light, like a whisper. That sound tells you the pan is hot enough. You pick up your wooden spatula and rest it on the edge of the pan. You glance over your ingredients, the chopped vegetables, the minced garlic, the sliced chicken, all lined up and waiting for their moment. You take a deep breath. The kitchen feels warm, cozy, and full of promise. With the pan hot, the oil ready, and your ingredients prepared, you're just one step away from turning everything into a delicious dinner. Your cooking journey is officially heating up. Cooking the chicken. The pan is warm and ready, gently shimmering with a thin layer of oil. I pick up the bowl of seasoned chicken and give it one last stir. Each piece glistens with spices, waiting to sizzle. I take a deep breath, grip the bowl firmly, and tilt it over the pan. The chicken slides out and lands with a sharp sss. Instantly, the kitchen fills with a delicious aroma. I use a wooden spatula to spread the pieces out so they cook evenly. They sizzle, pop, and dance in the heat. I gently press them down, feeling the steam rise. A warm cloud lifts toward my face, carrying the smell of garlic and pepper. I step back slightly, but keep my eyes focused. After a minute, the bottom of each piece begins to brown. I slip the spatula underneath and flip them one by one. The golden surface shines beautifully. Again, I listen to the sizzling sound. It's like tiny fireworks telling me the chicken is cooking well. I stir, rotate, and lift each piece to check if the inside is turning white. The heat circulates around the pan, warming the air. I hear the sound softening as the moisture cooks out. Soon, the chicken firms up, becoming tender yet solid. Finally, when all the pieces look evenly cooked, I turn off the heat and slide the chicken onto a clean plate. Steam rises gently as I set the plate aside. The chicken is ready, warm, fragrant, and perfectly golden, waiting for the next step. Adding the vegetables. The pan is still warm, resting quietly on the stove. A thin layer of flavor from the chicken remains, coating the surface with a soft golden shine. I reach for the bowl of chopped vegetables, bright carrots, crisp bell peppers, and a handful of fresh green beans. Their colors almost glow under the kitchen light. I lift the pan again and turn on the heat. As the flame flares up, I drizzle a little more oil and tilt the pan so it spreads evenly. The oil shimmers, forming tiny ripples. I take a deep breath, then pour the vegetables in. They tumble, bounce, and scatter across the pan with a cheerful clatter. Immediately, the heat grabs them, and the vegetables begin to sizzle. I use my wooden spatula to stir, sweep, and shuffle them around. The carrots tap, the peppers soften, and the green beans brighten into a vivid green. Warm steam rises, carrying a fresh, earthy smell. The vegetables release their moisture, creating a soft, hissing sound. I spread them out so every piece touches the heat. Some edges begin to brown, curling slightly as they cook. I gently press a carrot slice with the spatula. It's starting to soften, but still firm in the center. Perfect. I toss the vegetables again, letting them flip gracefully in the air before landing back into the pan. Their colors now look deeper, richer, almost glowing. When they reach the perfect tenderness, I turn off the flame and scoop the vegetables onto a second plate. Steam swirls upward, filling the kitchen with warmth. The vegetables are ready, vibrant, soft, and full of flavor, waiting to join the chicken in the next step. Serving and enjoying your dinner. Now everything is ready. The chicken, the vegetables, the warm evening light. It's time to bring it all together. I pull a clean plate from the cabinet and place it gently on the table. The surface feels cool and smooth under my fingertips. I reach for the cooked chicken first, lift each piece with a spatula, and arrange them neatly on one side of the plate. The meat glistens, still warm, still juicy. Next, I scoop the colorful vegetables and slide them beside the chicken. They pile up softly, forming a bright mix of orange, green, yellow, and red. Steam drifts up, swirling in the air like a tiny cloud. I take a moment to step back, look, and adjust the plate. A sprinkle of sesame seeds, a squeeze of lemon. I add a small garnish on top. It's simple, but it makes the dish feel complete. Then I grab my fork and sit down at the table. The chair creaks a little as I settle in. I take a small bite of chicken first. It's tender, warm, and full of flavor. I smile without thinking. Next, I taste the vegetables. They're soft on the outside, crisp in the center, still carrying the freshness of the garden. As I chew, the warmth of the food begins to spread, relaxing my shoulders. I slow down, enjoy, and breathe. The kitchen is quiet now, just the soft sound of my fork tapping the plate. This is the best part of cooking, the moment you pause, taste, and appreciate the meal you created with your own hands. And that brings us to the end of today's lesson. You didn't just cook dinner. You learned how to describe every step in clear, natural English, from choosing ingredients to serving your final dish. Each action verb helps you paint a vivid picture of daily life. If you want to sound more fluent, practice telling this story in your own words. Change the ingredients, the steps, or even the dish. The more you describe everyday actions, the more confident your English becomes. Thanks for joining me today. Take care, keep learning, and enjoy your dinner.